In today's video, we're going to discuss the overall market once again. Today, the market took an unexpected turn, so we got to get you prepared. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all one sector to really keep your eyes on for tomorrow. And we're going to do an update on the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. I'm gonna start off with the SPY ETF. Okay, y'all see the two lines that I have up here. I didn't think that the bulls would be the ones getting trapped. I didn't expect that at all. I was leaning bullish going into today, and then the gap down in the morning was not what I wanted to see at all. And I'm sure anybody who bought calls into that 3-day weekend felt the same exact way. The most appropriate thing to do was to get out at the open immediately. As soon as the market opened, just whatever calls you got, you were supposed to just get rid of it. And that's what I did. I actually had NVDA calls from 119, and then it opened at 116, and I just had to get rid of it. All right, because it didn't open where I wanted it to open. So now with this one right here, we finally got out of that range. It's been chopping in that range for about 2 weeks, and today is the first day and the first candle to breach and close below that range. The last candle to do so, what happened after that was kind of nasty. It was this one right here. All right. What followed next is a massive gap down. If you look on the left, the futures are currently down by negative 0.67%. It could go down even lower tomorrow, similar to this. All right, so a phenomenon like that wouldn't surprise me at all. But the first price to look forward to is a drop to 544. That gap got to get taken care of first. All right. Another one that needs to get taken care of is the little one at 535. When will it get there? That's for another video, but I do think this gap is going to get filled tomorrow. I do think so, especially if we continue to see increasing volume, and also if the VIX continues to pick up. The VIX looks like this right now, a big green candle. All right, so it looks like we might have one of these waves again. So just be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout for it. Like I said before, I wasn't expecting this. I really wasn't. I just had to adjust with the way we opened today. All right, and based off of that, that's how I have my opinions on certain stocks moving forward. Now, let's discuss the sector that y'all should be keeping in your watch list. The sector to look at, we're gonna look at crude oil itself, the crude oil futures. We got to look at it. Now, I'm leaning more bearish on oil. The reason why is because if you look on here, it had a triple bottom and it broke below. It recently just broke below that level right here at 73 bucks. Right, there is a giant bearish pendant on the charts, especially on the weekly. Yeah, the weekly is looking pretty nice. As you can see, I don't like these little imperfections, right? The line connects the wicks right here. These are the imperfections that I'm talking about. They're kind of annoying. But last week was the first candle to commit to the downside, and then this week is the follow through down. We're gonna zoom out again. That way we can really see how low this thing could go. I think the next level of support to watch for is 43. How fast will it drop? I'm not sure. All right, but this is pretty much a guideline of all the oil sector. Now we're gonna get more specific, and by more specific, I'm talking about APA, which is an oil company. All right, we're gonna look at the 4-hour, and with the 4-hour, there is a bear flag on the chart. A bear flag that looks identical to IWM. Right here, we got the breakdown pre-markets followed by the follow through. Typically with this one, we should see a drop tomorrow all the way down to 25. Yeah. With this structure right here, watch it for a drop to 25. When we zoom out even more, the floor was way out here. The level of resistance to hold for APA was at exactly 30 bucks. And it's been trying to hold there since 2022. We had a retest right here, another retest right here, and another one right here. And in the middle of this year, this is when we're really struggling and getting below it. All right. So with this structure right there, it's not looking bullish at all. So watch it for a drop down to 25. Now, are there gaps to fill below? There is one at exactly 24 right here. That is the one that I think that's gonna get filled. Let's go to the right. Let's see. Yeah, so it hasn't gotten filled yet, and it would be perfect if we can see a quite aggressive sell-off and we see this thing drop there, hopefully by the end of the week. So definitely keep on watch. The next one that I want to share with y'all, this one is an earnings play, and yes, I am leaning bearish on it. Is Zscaler. Now with this one right here, it had earnings this afternoon, and to decide which way it was going to go was a bit tricky, despite the fact that the market sold off. And when you look at it now, somebody would say, oh, the market was red, and it will make sense for this one to fall after hours like this. All right, and it did fall. The contracts are going to be up. I'm talking about the 170 put options. Those ones are probably going to be up by 200%, and the puts that are further out of the money wouldn't move that much. Those ones are the ones that I'll be focused on for tomorrow. I want to see this thing actually open at 165. A little pump fake up to 170 would be nice, and then we see a wick right here, followed by another fade that looks identical to this during the middle of the day, where we see this thing dropping and tanking all the way down to 150 bucks. This is not the first time that I've shared a setup like this with y'all. This is an earnings play, all right? And with this one, it's dropped by a lot. And keep in mind, there's a lot of people who bought calls, or a lot of people who loaded up on stock before earnings. There's a bunch of gamblers in here, and this is not good. Like, they're waiting for the market to open so that they can immediately take that L and just look at something else. And once they take that L, a lot of stop losses are going to get triggered, and this thing is going to fade down further. Therefore, we need to focus on the put options that are like the 160 put options or the 165 for an opportunity to make money to the downside. All right, the fade all the way down to 150 bucks. And let's see if it makes sense on a daily. The daily, I mean, it will pretty much be a triple bottom right here, just a retest of that low from earnings. All right, that's what I'm guessing. I don't think it's gonna get lower than this red band right here. So that would be the target price for tomorrow. Now let's do an update. Yesterday I mentioned AVGO. Hopefully y'all didn't take that trade. Hopefully. All right, because I say this because the alert at the top that I placed in that video, it didn't ring. What I said in that video, wait for the alert to ring, and if it rings and we see a green candle that looks like this, then you can buy calls to make money on the way up to 168. Since it didn't ring, hopefully none of you took that trade. Hopefully. All right, if you made money to the downside, power to you. Everything was pretty much selling off throughout the entire day. The ascending triangle that I thought would happen and I thought would behave didn't really push out of here. So now the other stock that I've mentioned was Amazon. And Amazon, this one was just gracious to the bulls from Friday. And then after that, it just collapsed. It didn't really go nowhere. So the bulls from Friday, from right here at 175, who did not take their money off the table up here, all right, got a second chance today to take, actually two chances, to take their money off right here and right here before the stock went nowhere. All right, so with this one, is it gonna run tomorrow? I highly doubt it. I doubt it because of the way the market is moving right now. And if you look at the 1 hour, let's see if this thing is still clean. If it gets back underneath this line, it's no longer valid. Yeah, it's still underneath it. All right, this right there, but this is looking like a bull trap, and it's back in here. It's back within the triangle, so we're gonna let it cook some more. Obviously tomorrow I'm leaning bearish, so a retest of that bottom line to 173 would be ideal. That's what I would expect out of the stock. So that's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. That is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, make these videos from Sunday to Thursday around 10 p.m. This video is really late. I know, I got home late, right? So definitely click on that subscribe button and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community with get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Also, don't forget to follow my social media at Paul and Gluman at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.